Hey, what's up, shrinkkeepers, and welcome back to my channel. So, today we have John again back here in Singapore. Really appreciate your time, taking time off your busy schedule to visit me. And I'm sure, you have learned a lot along the way. In the last few months, you have been, asking questions, good questions, and also to really think what is actually happening, how is things happening, the cause and effect of things. So I think that in itself, you have definitely grown in the hobby in terms of whether from a stream perspective, from keeping setting up your tanks and things like that. I'm sure over time, the more you do, the better you get, right? So thank you for that. Just before we start into today's topic, John, do you have anything you want to share with the audience first?
Yeah, thank you for hosting me again, Vinny. And I think a lot of things I learned and I experienced, so I do at my place.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope I move to the next level.
Right,
a few success in shrimp keeping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. I'm sure you will have many great successes to come as long as you continue to be consistent in the things that you do. Definitely you will, because it's not like you do one big chunk at one time. You just grind it away, do it small little things, small little bits, do it consistently. That will definitely help. So in today's topic, we're going to talk about the 3F. So what are the 3F? So we're going to talk about fast, fear, and fake. In the context of what you have been experiencing and the questions that you have been sharing with me, I think that is very important because when we talk about fast, what is the question that you often get from breeders?
Yeah. So the first question that I get is, how fast can I cycle the tank to put my shrimps in?
So that question.
Can a tank be cycled faster in 1 week?
Uh-huh.
Because my shrimps are coming next week.
Right, understand. So I think that is a very common question that a lot of people ask. Can I cycle my tank faster?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for brand new tanks, it's going to be difficult. Because brand new tanks, you do not have the beneficial bacteria in your sponges. But however, if let's say your tank is mature and you're doing a soft reset, that you can do it because you have existing beneficial bacteria in the tank, in the sponges. So I think that you'll be able to accelerate the cycling process because anything that's being released ammonia is being converted. However, if let's say you have a brand new tank you want to start, then definitely 1 week you're not going to be able to cycle it because minimum you need at least 40 days to actually cycle the tank.
Yes, so that's the same thing I tell people who message me, but still they ask, can we use nitrifying bacteria that is available in the market or the bacteria powder?
Right.
Can we fasten the cycling process?
There is no way to actually accelerate the colonization. I mean, you can be a little bit faster if you add stuff, but however, if you want it to be immediate, then it's not going to happen. You'll still go through that 40 days because I think the whole concept about cycling of tank is not just about cycling. You can have a cycle done, but the thing is you need your tank to be mature. Okay. When the tank is mature and you put your shrimps in, they go in, they grow big, they breed quickly. I think that is important rather than just, hey, my tank is cycled, now I'm going to put my shrimps. But you want to have that, the balance between cycling and getting the tank to mature. Give it enough time to actually get to maturity, and then you start to put the shrimps in. I think that's something that a lot of breeders, when they first start to come in, they are very anxious about, I want to get new shrimps, right?
Yeah.
You want to get, I see some new shrimps, I want to get some new shrimps. But there's no shortcut to success.
Okay.
Yeah. So then maybe we move on to the next question about fast
breeding.
Fast breeding.
Yeah. So they ask me, how fast can the shrimp breed? Is there anything that we can do so that the shrimp breed faster, they get buried faster?
Right. So I think breeding shrimps faster, there are ways to, I wouldn't say to speed them up, but to encourage settling. I think that the key point here is to make sure that the environment, the tank environment is being done properly so that your females actually get settled and then they can get buried. If the females don't get saddle, then they cannot get berry, right? So the entire ecosystem of the streams, I think, is very critical. Is very critical. To have sufficient biofilm, hiding space, you need to have a good ecosystem, mature tank. I think that's critical. And then of course your like I've often said is the male to female ratio. You don't have more males to females, so you want to have lesser males to more females. That will also help to increase the chances of breeding. Of course, there's no guarantee, right? All animals or even human, sometimes it doesn't work, right? It doesn't work. So okay, just keep trying. Have all the things ready. I think that's one advice that I will definitely share with them.
Is there anything like a shrimp from a good lineage breeds slower?
Definitely. So if let's say we are talking about main line and secondary line, the main line actually breeds much slower. Yeah, much slower in that sense, because main line streams are actually selectively bred. They are cross line bred, so which means that their genetics build-up is actually quite narrow. In that sense, technically they look the same. I mean, the babies can come out, they look the same, but yeah, they definitely breed much slower than secondary line, because secondary line is like you have a red stardust and then you cross it with a lot of other stream. It can be galaxy red, it can be anything, just to produce the so-called look-alike red stardust. But yeah, those are much faster. But yeah, those are secondary line. Yeah. So maybe moving on to the second F. I think fear was the good question. So maybe can you expand that question a bit?
Yeah. So the inquiries that I get is how do I do my water change?
Okay.
So I tell them I do 0 TDS top up directly into the tank.
Okay. Water change or top up?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do water change. So I reduce 10% of the volume, and then I add 0 TDS water.
Yeah.
Then once my TDS go below 80, I remineralize it to bring it up to 85 or 90.
Is there any problem?
I haven't had any issues till now.
Okay.
But what I get is, can you do 0 TDS and then top up, or I have to do only remineralize it outside, bring it exactly to the TDS of the water inside the tank, and then use it inside by drip.
I see. Okay. But maybe before I answer that question, have you faced any big difficulties with doing direct 0 TDS in the tank?
No, I haven't till now. Almost 8 months. I haven't had any issues till now.
Is your stream breeding?
Yeah.
So I think that's the whole thing, right? So the long and short of it is that nature doesn't really choose, remineralized water directly into the tank. Of course, a tank is not nature. A tank is a enclosed system. It's a closed system, and we can do whatever we want with it. However, I think from the perspective of nature, when the rain start to fall into the river, it's pure water. We don't have remineralized water inside the river. So I think both ways are fine, either in a tank 0 TDS directly, or having the tank having the water remineralized before you put it in. I think that's fine. It depends on your time schedule, your workflow, your processes. I think that's critical, because everybody has their own time commitment, time management. If you want it fast, you just put it there, and then put it and then remineralize it. So I think that's what I would advise. Yeah.
So some other things that I get is, what is the best time for me to move into higher grades? For example, if someone has, you say, CRS or CBS for almost 3-4 months.
Right.
They ask me, I have CRS for 3 months, which is not buried, but it's all alive. So now I had successfully kept CRS without dying for 3-4 months. Is this the good time for me to move to the next higher ones?
I see. So it's more like a step-by-step approach to it.
So does that mean having CRS successful makes you good to move to the higher ones?
maybe I will ask you that question back. Based on your own experience, how did you started? Did you start off with CRS?
No, no, I haven't had CRS till now.
Right.
So I started with Super Crystal Red from one of my friend in Chennai.
Right.
So I started with Super Crystal. Then I had success in that. So my next step is it's Red Stardust.
Right. So then the question is stream limiting you, or is the setup that is important?
I personally feel the setup is important. So
right.
I feel mostly the Cardinas have the same water parameter.
Right.
If you have a mature tank, any Cardina can go in.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It actually doesn't depends on what variety of shrimp that's going in.
Right.
Where the shrimp is going in is important.
So I think this topic of fear, like, I think it rightfully touched on the point that people are afraid to step into something that they don't know, right? Because they say, oh, if I'm going to buy a $10 stream or $20 stream, and what happens if it dies? Maybe I should start off at CRS level and then slowly move it up. I think both ways are fine. However, if you're stuck at the CRS level and thinking that, oh, maybe I can, maybe I cannot, then when are you going to take the next step?
Correct.
Right? So fear, I think there's something that overall, I think the stream community has also been advocating that. There's a lot of fear mongering in the streaming community, because they are saying, oh, my stream has died, I've lost this, I'm going to quit the hobby, and all this kind of like give the thoughts that stream breeding is actually stream keeping is very difficult. However, after 8 months of experience, it's not that difficult, right?
Yeah.
You just put water in, so as long as the whole process, so there is no one right way, or there's no really you want to start off with CRS, or so the whole thing is that you have to take that
next step.
Yeah, you have to take that step. If you are always on the CRS level, or you don't even want to start, then nobody can force you to really start, right? So that's something that I would encourage, that if you want to start Caridina stream keeping or breeding, have the setup right, have the infrastructure set up right, create the environment for the stream. Don't buy the stream to make the environment better. So you have the environment, and then you put the streams in. So the stream is always the last thing that goes in.
Yeah.
So that ties back to the fast. Everybody want fast. But are you creating the environment for the stream, or are you creating speed for yourself so that the stream can go in? So there's a lot of this thought process that I would encourage breeders to really think through. Don't have it too quickly, not too fast, because the faster you try to do something, then you may get into a lot of other challenges as well. So that's my take on that. So maybe we'll move on to the last F. What was it? Is fake. Yes, fake. So I think fake is the one that we were talking about on the main line and secondary line. So tying that fast breeding and that to the fake part of it. I think in the industry there is a lot of, I wouldn't say fake, but it is fake if, let's say, you are not truthful about it. Like, for example, if there's main line and secondary line. If I don't tell you, how would you know? How would you know?
If you don't tell me, then I would waste almost a year to find out whether it's main or secondary.
The only way is when it breeds out. And when it breeds out, it's going to be a long time already, right? So because when you first get a stream, it doesn't mean that it will automatically breed immediately once you put it in.
Correct.
So it will take time. So for main line and secondary line, do you foresee that there is a big challenge in let's say in your India community, if that knowledge level or that transparency is available there?
So we have a few really good breeders who does selective breeding over there.
Right.
So those people, those hobbies, they really tell. So this is the mainline one, and this is the secondary one, and you can choose.
Okay. Okay. I think that will be.
But there are a handful of people, but
Yeah,
it's there.
It's there,
Yeah.
right? But it's not as many as those that won't tell. Yeah,
Correct.
Because those that won't tell or don't even know what is it, because some of them probably they buy and then they sell. There's nothing wrong with that business model, buy and sell, trading. However, then you will have to support whatever that you've been selling. I think, yeah, so having all this open discussion and having this transparency will definitely help a lot of breeders in the long run. Like you can see in this picture, the secondary line red stardust and the main line red stardust. If you put them together, you don't really see. If I don't tell you, you won't know what is it, right? But when you breed out, you will know, because one, you have seen it. There's a lot of other varieties. There's Galaxy, there is Fishbone, but the main line that you saw, the red stardust main line, you can see that the babies that come out are fairly uniform.
Yeah.
Fairly uniform in
yes.
that sense. So it means that the lineage or the genetics is very stable. So yeah, so I think there's three very big questions. Really appreciate the time. So I hope to see you soon again.
Sure.
Is
Yes,
there any last words you want to share with the audience?
No, the thing is, if we have to take the hobby to the next level, just take out the fear.
Take out the fear.
Yeah. So take the first step, the fear.
Okay, very good. Thank you guys for watching this video. And if you like this video, please remember to give a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And until next time, peace out.